So a lot of people need to know the details of the #1 body contouring device on the market right now, which is the Emsculpt NEO. I was very fortunate to work with the very first Emsculpt prototype back in 2016. And then they came out with the commercial Emsculpt device in 2018. In late 2019, we have the Emsculpt NEO, which I've done 2 studies for the manufacturer to help develop the most standardized protocols and to make sure that we have safe and effective treatments for patients. So those are both published studies, and I also did a study on the original Emsculpt. But what does Emsculpt NEO do? It's pretty cool because it's using focused, high-intensity focused electromagnetic energy. That's a mouthful. But it's basically using magnetic energy to stimulate the muscle to cause contraction. And what's unique with magnetic energy is we can stimulate a contraction bigger than you can contract with your own physical movement without pain or heat. That's pretty cool. So what we're doing is we're getting deep muscle contraction that in multiple studies, over 20 studies now, has shown that it increases the muscle by over 25% after a series of 4 treatments. Each treatment is 30 minutes and is typically done a week apart. What we also have at the same time is we have a special form of radio frequency that can be simultaneously applied to the tissue with the magnetic energy. So magnetic energy and radio frequency, which produces controlled heat of the fat at the exact same time. What's unique about that is we get fat reduction, over 20 studies that show 30% fat reduction, whether you're treating the arms, the inner thighs, the outer thighs, the abdomen, or the heat also increases the amount of muscle. This is really cool. This was the study that I did treating the glute. Because when we treat the glute, we don't want to lose fat. We want to retain the fat. But gentle heat of the muscle preserves the fat. It's not hot enough to lose fat, but we get more muscle gain with heated muscle. So just like when you go to the gym and you warm up your muscle, it's the exact same thing with this. We see more muscular stimulation with gently heated muscle. So in the glute, it translated into 30% more muscle compared to no heat. That's pretty cool. So we can treat the glutes, preserving the fat but building the muscle. And at the same time, all of this, it feels really unique and interesting, but it's not painful. And there's a functional change. The last study we did was related to that with Emsculpt NEO, was looking at how does it functionally improve your core strength, which makes it easier to go from a seated to a standing position. Remember, people over 65, every 11 seconds, someone is admitted to the emergency room for a fall. That's one of the most traumatic things that can happen to someone as they age, is just falling and you break a limb or you have an injury. If we can improve your functional strength, it reduces the risk of falling, and functional improvement is changing patients' lives because the core strength also helps with everything from functional movement to your walking distance to your strength. I can say with this applicator, which is the edge applicator, this edge applicator goes and treats the deep oblique muscles and treats the love handles, which carves out that lower back fat that's so difficult to get rid of. But after a series of 4 of these treatments, my deadlift increased 35 pounds. That's really significant. I've been training for over 20 years and my body is really sensitive. So I haven't changed my weight in a long time, but after doing a series of 4 treatments, increasing my core strength, my overall strength improved. So that's really exciting because we're talking about something that can sculpt fat, tighten skin, increase muscle, which gives us a cosmetic improvement, but functionally there's an improvement. So not only are you going to look better, but you're going to feel better. And to me, That's what I want to deliver for every single patient, is I want them to not only look good, but I want them to feel good. And this is one of the tools we have that can do that. We have other devices in the office that are used for body contouring, non-surgical body contouring. But our workhorse is by far the Emsculpt NEO. I really encourage you to reach out if you're interested in this treatment. We also allow patients to do a complimentary demo of the treatment so they can actually experience it. As a clinical site, I have the advantage of being able to let my patients experience the treatment so that they can really understand the power of what's happening, because this is not like a TENS unit. It's significantly stronger than that. It's more than what you can do at the gym, but guess what? If I had a new machine up in the gym that could increase your muscle by 25% and reduce the fat, you'd be on that gym machine all day long. This is just an adjunct, something that can help you get more out of your workout. And then at the same time, for a lot of my patients that might have a reduction in their functional mobility, or working out might be risky or painful, this is an alternative for you too. Hopefully this helps you with some really key pearls relating to the Emsculpt NEO. Cheers.